Friday, March 12th, and today I'm bringing you to Disney's Animal Kingdom here at Walt Disney World. This week and next week are spring break. There's new St. Patrick's Day treats, there's all sorts of fun stuff. It actually doesn't look that crowded here at the entrance. However, I did park very far away. It's the most crowded I've seen the parking lot in a long time. Walt Disney World is currently running on a reservation system. You need a Disney Park Pass to visit any given park, and all 4 parks are completely wiped out of park passes for the entire week. Now that changes sometimes. Sometimes if you keep checking, things open up because people cancel, or I don't know, maybe they open up more passes. So it's worth continuing to check because there was nothing available, and I kept checking and I got Animal Kingdom. We're gonna use the pass holder entrance. I'm so glad they're still doing this. And we're in. The first thing you see when you make your grand entrance into the park is the Tree of Life. It kind of beckons you into the park. Every time I see it, I smile. I just get so happy. I feel like that's pretty common. Also, of course, all the carved animals. And they're like so subtle and they look so natural and beautiful. But wow, take that in. There's a Raya and the Last Dragon sand display here, and they're working on it, which is really cool to see. I haven't seen the movie yet, but the previews that I've seen look really cool, and I'm excited to watch it as soon as I can. It's cool to watch them working on it. First things first, we're gonna head into Dinoland USA. Let's see what's going on in here. Still got the Donald's Dino Bash decor up. Some party music as we enter. So right now, Walt Disney World is offering annual pass holders their complimentary Donald Duck magnet pickup. You can pick those up Monday through Friday from park open to 4 p.m. on the following dates. We happen to be here on these dates, so let's check it out. You'll need your annual pass holder identification somehow, either your card on your magic band and a photo ID to pick up your magnet. I got it, and that's right over here by the Boneyard. This is normally a play area. It's been closed off, but they are using the area to give out your annual pass holder magnets. Yay! Primeval World closed quite a while ago. It was seasonally running for a little while, but now it is permanently closed. It's still here though. I kind of expected the signage to be gone, but there it is. I always enjoyed this ride. It's kind of like a carnival ride, like a fair ride. Just something fun that families can ride together. I always laughed and enjoyed myself the whole time, but bye-bye Primeval World. This really stinks. It sure does, buddy. I definitely can't miss the opportunity to say that Primeval World is now extinct. I want to get an idea of what we're looking at crowd-wise for spring break here, so I'm gonna check out Dinosaur and use that as kind of a gauge to see like how long is that line looking. We're looking at a 50, that's 50-minute wait for Dinosaur, and it does look like that's about right. With the spring break crowds, that's actually not that bad. I have definitely seen worse, and I would wait 50 minutes for Dinosaur because I love it. But since the park's open until 7 tonight, we're gonna try again later. Over here at Dino Bite Snacks, they've got a Raya and the Last Dragon treat. It's a baby Tuk Tuk ice cream sandwich. It's a chai vanilla treat, which actually sounds really good. And a little edible Tuk Tuk. I don't know the characters yet because I haven't seen this film yet. Dinoland, peace out. Let's keep exploring the rest of the park. I do also want to say that I got here a little bit before 2 p.m. 2 p.m. is when park hopping can start here at Walt Disney World. So if you're in one park, you can park hop to another park pending capacity. Like as long as there's space, they'll let you in. So probably a lot of people either park hopped from here to other parks or from other parks to here. You'll see crowd levels change around too. And it's kind of interesting because I'm noticing crowds are getting less. So I think a lot of people probably got a park pass for Animal Kingdom and then are hopping to another park that was full at capacity, which is probably a really smart strategy. So you're gonna see these character cavalcades going around throughout the day over the waterways here at Animal Kingdom. All right, it's 2:42 p.m. I am very hungry. I'd love to have a lovely Animal Kingdom lunch, and all of the restaurants are pretty full. I haven't eaten at Yak and Yeti for like 2 years because it's always full, and I honestly haven't really tried. But today I tried something different. Today, for the first time ever, I used my Landry's card, and I was able to get a table even though they are not doing walk-up lists today, which was really cool. I've had my Landry's card for like probably 2 years, and I've never ever used it, but you do get priority seating anywhere that accepts it, like Yak and Yeti, Rainforest Cafe, T-Rex Cafe, and several other restaurants. Not just Disney restaurants, but all over the country. You also get like discounts and other perks, and I've gotten emails about the perks, and I've just never used it. So today's the first time using that landry. I walked up and they were like, there's no walk up, and I was like, oh, what about my landry? I didn't say it like that. I was like, oh, I have landries, and they were like, oh man, well then it'll be 15 minutes. And I was like, what? Super cool. So we're gonna eat at Yak and Yeti today. I'm really, really excited. Another cavalcade going by. The area over by Expedition Everest is a great place to watch them. Oh, there's two at once. Oh my gosh, Mickey and Minnie. Oh my golly. In their safari outfits. They're dancing. 15 minutes later, got my text. Yay! I got the best table in the house, I think.
A little on the quiet side now.
Oh, perfect. Thank you so much. At Yak and Yeti, you're never dining alone. I've got a dining companion right behind me. She looks hungry. We better order something. Okay, I love the second floor area. This is so cool. I've never sat up here. I kind of didn't even know it was here, but it is. And actually the staircase is beautiful. All the carved wood everywhere, all the decor. We're gonna talk a little bit about the story and the theming here too, but first get your cameras ready. You open the camera on your phone and hold it up to this QR code. You should be able to check off the menu, and I'm gonna do the same. Yak and Yeti actually has a really extensive menu, from small plates to shareables, soups and salads, noodles and bowls. They've got their specialty dishes, wok dishes, grilled dishes, sides, desserts, and a specialty drink menu. A fun thing you don't want to miss on the menu, and this is normally on the printed menu, but since it's all digital now, is clicking on the Our Story tab. And here you're gonna get the story behind the theming here at Yak and Yeti. Here in the town of Anandapur lives a rich merchant, Arjun, who has fallen on hard times and has turned his large home into the Yak and Yeti Hotel. It's the kind of boutique hotel that wealthier adventure travelers might seek out in India. While travelers rest at the hotel, the owner and other families reside there. The decor, as well as the furniture at Yak and Yeti, is an amalgamation of mismatched artifacts Arjun has collected through his years of travel in Southeast Asia. Starting off with some nice cold ice water, because it's warm out there. And I also decided to start with the pot stickers. Those are kind of like a simple, tame choice that a lot of people like, and people all say that the pot stickers here are really good. And then for my dish, I decided on the tuna nachos because I love tuna nachos. Anytime I see them on a menu, that's what I'm ordering. Everything has arrived at once. A massive heap of tuna, nachos, and some really lovely crisp looking pot stickers. I also ordered a Kirin ice cold beer. They have Japanese beer and African beer, so I chose this lovely Japanese beer that I know I love very much. And now we're talking a feast. Now I fully admit that this is a giant feast that I could easily share, but you know what? Let's just get in there and see what happens. See what we can do. I mean, it's not that much. It looks like a lot, but it's mostly like lettuce and tuna. That is really, really good. It's like a sweet glaze. That's a winner already. One bite, winner. Let's try a pot sticker. This nice sauce. I can already smell how like sweet and nice it is. Mmm. Oh man, so good. Wow. Mmm. Both these dishes taste really fresh. This is like perfectly crisped, but also soft. It's not like super hard. Wow, this is so good. I think I did really good with my choices. Cheers. It's so fresh and nice. Like the herbs in here are so fresh and good. It's like a salad too. The flavors I'm tasting in here are a sweet soy glaze and a wasabi aioli. So wasabi gives it like a tiny little kick of spice, but it's the kind of spice that I really like. Like I like wasabi and I can handle it, and it's perfect. I cannot do it. The nachos did say they were for 2 people. It said it was a shareable platter. I didn't notice. And it didn't, like, it looked big when I got it, but it looked like a lot of like lettuce and like greens. But yeah, it's definitely for 2 and I could not finish it. So next time I'll get it to share. But it was delicious though, so worth it. Also, I only ordered appetizers, so my annual pass holder discount didn't apply, but My Landry's card actually had like a $25 welcome credit. There's also a birthday credit, and you know, it was just my birthday recently, but it wasn't on the card, so I probably have to like download the app and do the thing, but either way, that's fine. I had never used the card, so I had never used my like welcome credit, so that's pretty huge. That took the bill down by more than half. That was huge. So I'm still gonna tip on the full amount that it would have been because that's my standard practice, but it saves me a whole lot. Really cool to know and use. Like Landry's, I'll use it from now on. A lot of the restaurants I go to aren't Landry's, but if I do go to one, I'll remember to pull that card out. I was also really happy to get a fortune cookie at the end of the meal. I love a fortune cookie. Let's see what it says in there. This is Golden Bowl fortune cookies. Let's see. It says, happiness isn't something you remember, it's something you experience. And I think what that means is that happiness is found in the present moment. There's also a bar and they have a ton of specialty drinks. I've been in here and had some of them and they're all delicious, but it's been quite a while, so maybe one day soon it'll be time to pay a visit to the Yak and Yeti bar for some of their wonderful specialty drinks. Thank you, good day. But for now, it's back out into the park. Oh, right when I exited the restaurant, I can see more of the water cavalcades coming my way, and I'm in the right spot this time. You know I gotta dance with them. If you don't think I'm sitting here dancing, you got another thing coming, because I'm dancing. By the way, from back here in the park between the Asia and Africa sections, you can also get a gorgeous unobstructed view of the Tree of Life. It's not just from the front of the park. There are multiple vantage points. I like these walkways that are sort of off the main path because they're quieter and more shaded. You can take a moment by a waterfall, peaceful moments in the lush vegetation, and a quiet, cool spot with a waterfall. It's just a sort of break off from the main path to get a little bit of shade in that waterfall and that pretty view. And then you get right back on the main path. Kilimanjaro Safari says it's only a 15-minute wait. I hope that's accurate. Yay, it's been quite a while since I did the safari. Here we go. I heard the phone ringing in the safari booking office. We have to call? I'm like, oh, it says back soon. Okay, I guess we just, they've got a voice message on. All right, look at this, no line. This is awesome. I haven't seen no line like this in forever. What? This is amazing. Oh, there's the line. There are still plexiglass rows here for loading, but it seems like there's not too much plexiglass throughout the line. And there goes a safari truck.
Face coverings must fully cover your nose.
Oh, row 1! Oh my gosh, I've never gotten row 1 before. So I haven't gotten a close look at this. Animals at the safari truck.
Legs, those doors will be sliding closed.
That's so cool.
As we say here in Harambe Tuwende. Now the okapi is actually the only living relative of the giraffe. Bongos do like to live in very dense, very deep parts of the forest, earning them the nickname the ghost of the forest. The black rhino is not actually black. It does find really dark, fertile mud to roll around in. More bongos here to the right, able to get all the way up to 5,500 pounds in weight. They are absolutely massive with very large incisor teeth. Their incisors can get up to 13 inches in length. There's a few more here to the left as well in the water. They can hold their breath for about 5 to 8 minutes at a time. And then there is actually a spotted hyena lying down there to the left. Tower is what we call a group of giraffes, tallest land animals in the world, reaching heights of between about 18 to 20 feet. Reticulated giraffes will look more like brown giraffes that someone threw a golden net over.
Oh, they're so
see how they all have those ossicones on top of their heads. The bulls, they can get all the way up to 11,000 pounds in weight, while the cows, the females, they can get just a little bit under 9,000 pounds in weight. There's about 2,000 pounds of difference between the two of them. Fastest land animal in the world, cheetahs can go from 0 to over 60 miles per hour in just 3 seconds from a standing position. Move us forward a little bit. Beautiful. Now the females, they are responsible for most of the hunting that the Pride will do. They'll start roughly 85 to 90% of all the hunts that the Pride will go on, and they finish most of them. Younger males in the Pride, they may join in with the females as they hunt. You can also see a male kind of in the gap in the rocks and resting his head. Of course, the mature male is easy to spot with that beautiful mane of fur. Just his mane by itself can weigh as much as 40 pounds.
Wow.
There's a lot of fur there. It's going to provide his neck with some protection, and is also considered to be rather attractive for the females. They'll actually sleep roughly 16 to 20 hours a day. What we are going to say instead is Kwaherini, which means go well. So, until we see each other again, my friends, Kwaherini. Again, I'm Adam. You've been riding Simba 1.
Thank you. Thanks so much. That was a great safari ride. Great driver and guide. I love the passion for animals and conservation and learning. It's so cool. They've got all this extended queue set up, and I would imagine that by next week, this will all be full. I popped into the otter grotto to see if we could find any otters, but they ought to be here. I guess they're somewhere else though. The official Disney Parks blog posted a Walt Disney World foodie guide to St. Patrick's Day with new treats all over the parks and Disney Springs. Some of those treats are available now as early as March 12th, but some won't be available until next week. One of those listed items is the St. Patrick's Day ice cream sandwich, mint ice cream between double chocolate chip cookies and rolled in shamrock sprinkles. That sounds so refreshing right now. It's so hot out that we're doing it. Wow, this thing is huge. Look how big and beautiful it is, and the shamrock sprinkles. It's got two massive cookies, the mint ice cream inside. Mint ice cream is like my favorite, so this is one of the things I saw that I was excited about, not just like a standard cupcake, you know? You can't really get the spoon through the cookie, you just gotta get in there. Whoa! I don't know how to eat this. Oh yeah, the chocolate's really good. Yeah, you can't really like get the cookie with the spoon. You can get the ice cream with the spoon. Mixed with the chocolate, it tastes so good. Oh, that's nice. That's a good treat. Oh, there's big chocolate chunks in here too. The cookie in and of itself is really good too. Like, I would have this cookie on its own. The ice cream's really good too. This I feel like is another one you could share very easily. I was able to eat in a little covered area, but I do like that they have these tables in front of the Airstream to sit at. They were just full earlier, else I would have sat there. I'd love to ride Dinosaur if we can today, so I'm back over in this area to check out what the wait times look like. There's only about an hour left of the park being open, so we've probably got time for one more dino. I mean dino. Wait time says 20 minutes, and this is looking really good, so we're going for it. The briefing room used to be a room where everyone would stand and watch the little briefing show. However, now it's a line with tape on the floor and spots to stand on.
We were just talking about seatbelts. Plug them in, use them.
And boom, you're back with one additional passenger extra large. And don't worry about that asteroid. You'll be in and out of there before it even breaks the atmosphere. Trust me.
What could go wrong?
And get out before that asteroid hits. Let's roll!
Styracosaurus.
Not our dino.
Meteor shower in range.
Just little one. Identify!
Carnotaurus.
Definitely not our dino. Go, go, go!
Sauropod.
Still not our dino, but at least this one's a vegetarian.
Carnotaurus. Iguanodon.
Forget it! Get them out now!
I can feel the ride vehicle moving, but we're like stuck. This is the second time it's happened. Never happened to me before on Dinosaur. I wonder what is going on. Okay, there we go. Woo!
This is it! They're not gonna make it! They're not gonna make it!
Mission accomplished.
find it before security, guys. Thanks for everything.
Bye. By the way, there is plexiglass on this ride. It wasn't here last time I rode it, so just so you know, that is a thing. I was lucky enough to be in the front row, but it does look like there's plenty of space in the back row to see above and around it, but just to note it's there. Yes, we got to ride Dinosaur. I love that ride so much. I always have fun. I like that it's a dark ride. I like that it's a little bit rough, a little bit scary, a little bit dangerous, but you always know you're gonna make it and get that dino. It's the same type of ride system as the Indiana Jones ride over at Disneyland, which I also love. We've still got a half an hour till the park closed because Dinosaur was such a short line, which was amazing. If you just wait till the end of the day, the lines tend to be shorter here because people do leave early and this park usually closes early. Look at the sunset. It's so beautiful. Check out that beautiful Florida sunset. Wow. I gotta get a photo of that. Now that is a sunset. I haven't seen Expedition Everest this close to sunset for a very long time, and it is a sight to behold. I just spoke to some cast members at the entrance of Everest, and it's actually down not because they're close to closing, just because the ride is down, as rides sometimes do go down. And since it's so close to closing, it probably isn't going to run again for tonight, but did ride it last time I was here. Usually do ride it, so I've got plenty of ride-throughs if you want to see those, and it's just great. It's one of the best Disney coasters there is. So I think the only thing as thrilling as riding Everest is taking in these views. My goodness, it is such a rare sight to see Animal Kingdom after dark, and it's quickly getting dark, so let's soak this in. It feels so magical. The park's emptying out and I am heading to the front of the park, but every once in a while I get a moment like this and I'm just like taken aback. The Tree of Life awakenings happen when the park gets dark. They happen very rarely lately because the park is very rarely open after dark. Today the park closes at 7 and that's in about 15 minutes. The sun is setting right now, so I don't know if that means that the awakenings are going to happen while we're in the park or if they'll happen at all tonight. But I'm just gonna hang around and see if we can see it before the park closes. It doesn't look like the Tree of Life awakenings are happening. I do remember seeing somewhere that they only happen when the park closes after 8 p.m. right now, and I don't see them posted on the official schedule, like the Walt Disney World schedule, so I think it's kind of like a surprise thing, and on those lucky nights when the park is open past 8 p.m. I was hoping that since we got a little bit of nighttime it would happen tonight, but that's okay, just more to look forward to next time. It was really nice to be back at Animal Kingdom, and there's so much still more to do. This really is a very large, sprawling park. Honestly, a lot of my day was spent just hiking from one part of the park to another to do different things. I think because I just hadn't been to this park for so long. The last time I was here was January 1st, the first day that they reintroduced park hopping, and before that it had been even longer, that I maybe didn't have a game plan today. I was just going with the flow, which I love doing. But in my going with the flowness today, I actually formulated a few game plans for my next few visits to Animal Kingdom. Because while I was here, kind of just bouncing all around, I was thinking to myself, ooh, I should do this and that order next time. So I want to do some more Animal Kingdom soon, and I want it to be like, I have some specific itineraries I've made in my head, so watch out for that coming up hopefully soon. Oh boy, somebody's screaming. I know I didn't even step foot in Pandora today, the world of Avatar, but you can count on that happening soon. There's a lot in there, so we'll tackle that soon. There are quite a lot of families around me all watching the Tree of Life with no projections, a few lights, but it's still beautiful to see it at night, and it's something we still do rarely get to see. Just even seeing it there with the lights inside the branches, glowing against the sky as it turns to evening, is a really, really peaceful and lovely sight. Sure would be cool if the projections turned on right now. Nope, okay, worth a try. This is spring break week, right? So next week is also spring break. There are 2 different weeks that different like schools are out. I know that some of my friends who have kids, they're off school next week. So I think next week is like more spring break, but this week also was spring break for a lot of schools too, because The parks were slammed all week, and next week I anticipate they will be even more crowded. So if you have a trip coming up for next week, just pack your patience. You're still gonna have a great time. What is crowded is so relative compared to how things were before 2020 that it's interesting to see. It's an interesting time, and it's still magical and fun to be here. I have a ton of Walt Disney World videos from all 4 parks, Disney Springs and resorts up on my channel. If you want to see those, they can help to show you some of the fun things to do, some different things to do. If you want to take a break from the parks even and head over to the resorts for some food and drinks, some resort hopping, some fun stuff like that, Disney Springs, all of that is up. If you're looking for more recommendations, let me know in the comments if you have specific things you want to see, because then I can link the video as a response to you. Just, you know, I do that sometimes whenever I can find a video. If someone's like, do you have a video of this? I'm like, yes, I do. And I'll pop it in there as a response. Another thing I've been wanting to note, and I think I've mentioned this here and there, but you may notice that I'm almost always wearing hats, and I have a pretty big hat collection. It's really more function over fashion for me, although I do like my hats. I try to get cute ones. This one's from Vans, and it's part of the Mickey Mouse anniversary line, but it's to protect me from the Florida sun. And it's something that I recommend if you're gonna be here for extended time out in the sun. A good old hat, doesn't have to be this kind of hat, any kind of hat that you're comfortable with, can really make a big difference for keeping you cool. And pro tip, wearing sunglasses and a mask at the same time, anyone who wears glasses will know and attest to this, that your glasses will fog up, and the same thing happens with sunglasses. So to avoid having to wear sunglasses, the hat really helps with that, and then there's less fogging up and it's like more breathable. So I kind of been wanting to throw that tip out there because it is starting to get warmer here in Florida. I'm already like formulating little tips to make your day more comfortable and stay cooler with this situation happening, because it does contribute to feeling warmer. Like it gets sweaty in there, and I've formulated a few tips and tricks that I'll be sharing with you soon. I love chatting with all of you. I love reading all of your comments. I appreciate everyone who comments and thumbs up the videos and takes the time to interact with me. Y'all are awesome. Thank you so much. And thank you for being with me today, having a wild time here at Animal Kingdom. It's kind of like obligatory. You have to say you're having a wild time when you're here. It's a thing. Got a lot of fun coming up. Walt Disney World, Universal, SeaWorld, all the theme parks, all the attractions, plus fun, off the beaten path, out of the way stuff, festivals, conventions. I have a little road trip coming up soon, and then, you know, travel at some point will resume, and all the good stuff. So yeah, please stay tuned, and if you're new and you like it, please subscribe to join in all the future fun. The music's so peaceful. But yeah, I am gonna head home. I thank you all once again for joining me. I'm sending you so much love. I will see you for the next video, and until then, as always, stay enthused. Bye.